So you might be asking yourself, if we're just eating a bowl of cereal, why would there be 4 buckets here?
Wow.
That's because...
I love curveballs.
Shut up. You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Hey, what's up, YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan.
It's PJ.
And I'm attempting to right a wrong by General Mills last year. They had a really brilliant idea. Not only do I love the song, The Monster Mash, and feel like it's...
I'm singing it in my head right now.
Right, yes.
Straight up. Straight up.
So they released a Monster Mash cereal, which was supposed to be a amalgamation
Yes.
of all the Monster cereals, and it wasn't that
It
good.
was, honestly, it was hot garbage, friends.
I feel like...
With all due respect to General and all his mills, like, it was
Exactly.
not good. Not great.
Yeah, and I personally, we're both big
Oh.
Count Chocula
Yeah,
fans.
that's, yeah. I agree.
There wasn't enough chocolate in it. It
Not
was
even
it was
close.
heavy on the Franken Berry
Berry.
and the Frute Brute and
Yeah.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
And I think it was supposed to have some Yummy Mummy in it as well. So what I've done here for your
Definitely had no yummy in it.
it did not.
We-
What-
I mean,
and
for
it
being
almost
honest.
wasn't even like good with yeah.
No, I'm like,
So
I'm more than with you.
what I've done here, I have created our own. I didn't have any other containers other than these
Dude,
pitchers.
I love this container. This
Smell.
Oh, bro, it already smells better. This
It
makes me
doesn't
think
smell
like
bad.
Kool-Aid and oh man, look at these containers. Anybody
That's
not want
right.
to get a half?
Whoops, sorry.
Oh, I almost caught
That's
that, but
okay.
I'm not great.
We've got our trick or treat buckets here from McDonald's. Oops,
These are
I'm taking a
awesome.
spoon
Oh,
out. And it looks like there's a pretty good mix, right? Whoops.
for a small fee or large fee, Ryan will send you your own
For a large fee.
your own
Yes, that's right.
amalgamation of this.
So here's the deal. This is a mix. It's 50% Count Chocula.
I like.
Wait a minute.
Did you like actually measure this out, basically?
I did measure it out even. It's 50% Count Chocula, and then...
Guys, can we clap for Ryan?
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you.
that is.
And then how would you divide the other 50% up 3 ways?
Bro, you're asking me a math question.
I know.
Not good.
We need John here for this
We
one.
do.
So the other half is an even mixture of 3 parts, or
Like
1 part
each
blueberry,
like 16,
1 part.
16.5% or
That's
something
right.
like that. Yeah.
So I'm hoping we got enough Count Chocula.
Oh, I love it. Well, I mean, the beauty of this is we can always add more.
Except that box is empty.
Oh, that really
Yeah,
just
sorry.
rolled out of the air out
I
of my
know, huh?
tires.
Tell me when.
Perfect.
I don't know
Thanks,
that this.
man. Yeah, I don't know
Hopefully
if this
these
bowl's
buckets are a
great
good idea.
I don't know. We'll find out. It's great. We're
But
gonna
it's
stick
fun,
our
though.
faces. It's super
It's
fun.
fun.
It's super fun.
Okay, here we go.
I like the 50. Put it that way.
Hmm.
May I get a little more milk in here?
Yes, you may. How's
Thank
that?
you. That's perfect. Now it's really.
I do like the coloring of this one better than the real one.
I mean, I think we can all agree this is exponentially better than last year's.
It is. However,
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessary though.
No.
It's not, is it?
No. So here's the thing. I like so last year's, I would like right after we had it, I would have tossed that thing so quickly. This one, if they made it according to your recipe, I would absolutely finish it.
Probably, huh?
But I wouldn't like go out and buy it. I'd just be like, I want Count Chocula. You know what I mean? Like that's just my own.
I almost forgot something important here. When I was mixing these up, I didn't use all of the Count Chocula, and I happened to look in this bag when I wrapped it up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The size of that marshmallow.
Yikes. That's almost
Look at that.
terrifying.
Do you want it?
I'm good. It's yours.
You know what? That was really good.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Like, I like it. But it's still, like, way better.
No.
But to me, it's still too many, it's still,
Too many competing flavors.
yeah, you know?
So you might be asking yourself, if we're just eating a bowl of cereal, why would there be 4 buckets here?
Wow.
That's because
I love curveballs.
you've got Count Chocula
Yes.
and you've got cherry flavored Frute Brute.
Mm-hmm.
Why not chocolate cherry?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. And you know what? Had I had another container, I would have gone with chocolate and Franken Berry as well for chocolate strawberry, but it was too
Wow.
late. I'd already made chocolate cherry.
I can't tell you
Do you know
how excited I am right now.
how old this container is?
No.
It's got to be older than both of us. Seriously.
That's awesome. Guys, I'm stoked right now.
So this is equal parts.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No. You're
Wait,
right,
did
you're
you finish it? Sorry.
right. Bro, of course I did. It was good.
Hold on. We don't want to...
But I'm excited for this one. What's a Christmas gram? I want one.
Hey, speaking of Christmas...
More, a little bit.
A little bit more.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not driving. Thanks.
Oh. Are you a fan of A Christmas Story?
I can't believe you just put me on the spot like this before in camera.
If that's being on the spot, then you're probably not.
I need a moment.
Oh, I need a moment because I'm gonna need a moment to process what's coming because
I needed one more bite. And then I'll answer
you're
your question.
either offended that I had to ask
And then I'll answer your
or
question.
oh no, this is all bad. By the way, I already like this better.
Absolutely. I would totally buy this and eat it. I'd rock
Yeah?
this hard. This is a Valentine's Day morning even.
Ooh.
Like, you know,
Ooh.
chocolate and really good. So,
Yeah.
here's the thing. And all this means is that it needs to change this year. I have not seen Christmas Story all the way through. I've seen like
here's
bits
the
and
deal.
pieces of it.
Here's the deal.
So I can't like give you an honest opinion from what I know of it and what I've seen. I dig, but it was just never. My family was never into Christmas movies, and then when I got into them, then when Christine and I, that just never like kind of was on the list,
Really?
and so I just haven't like sat down and taken the time to watch it.
So you're not gonna have any nostalgia for it.
I could have. No. But, and I'm making this up right now, I could have nostalgic regret.
Oh, I think you will.
You know what I
You
mean?
know what's funny? Well, this will mean more to you after you see it all the way through. My mom had a problem with that movie when I was little.
My parents did too.
They didn't want my mom didn't want me watching it.
My parents did too.
It wasn't until I was in junior high that I was able to watch it.
And I couldn't tell if it was because of the word that came out of his mouth, even though they never said it.
That's
But-
part of it. I know
but-
that was part of it for my mom,
But
but
for my mom
fudge,
more,
like,
which was kind of weird,
Mhm.
was...
Hold on, let me guess.
Yeah, please.
It was either the BB gun
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
or electric sex glowing in the window, the leg lamp.
It was the lead lamp.
Was it really?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that could have been my mom's
It
deal
was.
too. That the whole movie was just slightly like provocative.
And to be fair, I can appreciate that as a parent. The gun, like, no, like that wasn't in my parents' purview. But the
I like
the
that
leg
word,
lamp
purview.
though was just enough that, because again, this is around the time, and I think I told you this. This is around the time for me, like when I would probably be really interested in that, when they all of a sudden made me stop watching Dukes of Hazzard, and I was
Oh.
like really mad. And then I realized like a few years later when an episode came on and I started watching, I was like, oh, okay, I get it why my parents didn't want me to watch this. But because you know,
what's
when
weird?
when you're like 6 to 10, all you're thinking about is more jumps, more speed. And then when
Right.
you're 15, you're like, oh, there's actually
You're thinking more jumps, more speed.
there's actually more there's actually different things in this. And for me, interestingly enough, like I actually respected my parents for that. I just thought that was a good that they that they stood up for that instead of just being like, Josh doesn't understand, so we're gonna give in to him. And but I do remember being like, why can't I watch this now all of a sudden? Like I could before. That
It's
was
so
around
weird.
Christmas story time.
My mom never took Dukes of Hazzard from me, but she wouldn't let me watch a lot of other things. I've mentioned this before on the channel, The Simpsons.
Right, oh yeah.
Cool with them until she saw a shirt at Mervin's at the mall that said underachiever and proud of it, and that was the end of it.
My parents were not Simpson people. And a lot of it was, there was the crassness, but a lot of it too, I think, was just the disrespect for an adult.
Right.
Which, again, like, I can't blame them for that, because...
I get it now.
Yeah.
But when Dukes of Hazzard had a resurgence when we were in high school,
Yeah.
I watched it and I'm like, I can't believe my mom let me watch this.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
For as strict as
I
she
agree.
was.
I agree. And my parents even had a problem. By the time I was a teenager, was Saved by the Bell, but they kind of, but it wasn't like, they weren't like, we're gonna die on this hill, because it wasn't as bad in that way.
You can't do that on television. My mom had a problem with that on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, when I was a kid, you'd have to, when you got the remote, it'd be like, as they're walking by, you got to make sure previous channel button. It's sad. Like, I'm totally different now. I try to not be deceptive. But you know what I mean? Like, because it's that way. Totally. Do
you remember what channel Nickelodeon was on back then?
I think for me, I want to say the number 32 was my number.
31.
I'm super
It might have been 32.
You know what?
You know why?
Nick at Night was 32. No, that was the same one. Cause it was
the same thing. It was the night. And you know how I know? Because I could always go bing, bing on the remote. It was 3-1. That's why that channel.
That makes total sense.
You know how far we've deviated now from
A
Christmas Story?
But that's okay.
I only brought it up because HBO Max is having a legacy sequel to A Christmas Story this year.
Speaking of, did you know that there is a play, I don't know if it's on Broadway, but somewhere, that there is a play called Jagged Little Pill, and Alanis Morissette sings all her songs.
I kind of have a crush on her. She seems like she's pretty cool, too.
My friend was talking about it today, and he was telling me, we were talking about how one of her first times on TV, she was on Star Search with Ed McMahon, and she was it was in the 80s, so she was dressed totally 80s with the hair and kind of like that, like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
And it's almost as if someone said, hey, you want to do something nobody else has?
Mm-hmm.
Totally turn and be all dark and angry. Done. And then...
Yeah.
And then you live, you learn, and... Black's flying your Chardonnay.
And then we all just fall
to death
head
row
over
pardon, 2 minutes too late. Isn't it ironic?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
I do think.
Yeah. So. Yeah, right.
One more thought about A Christmas Story, and I don't know if you have seen enough of it to recognize this. The old man.
Yeah.
He cusses and goes on these tirades, but he never says a bad word.
Kind of like how Joe Pesci.
Yeah, in Home Alone. Yeah, it's just this gibberish, but it's it's so well crafted that he never actually says a bad word, but it sounds like he's totally angry.
Right. And you can go visit the Christmas Story house in Cleveland.
I think you can actually spend the night in it now, too.
That'd be amazing. And I didn't realize until 4 or 5 years ago, I was watching Elf, and I was like, the head elf looks super familiar.
Oh, it's Ralphie. Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
So how cool to say, I'm basically, even though you're not a huge Elf fan, but for him to say...
I appreciate the fact that you remember that, by the way.
That's
awesome.
But for him to be able to say, I'm basically a part of 2 iconic Christmas movies, how many people can say that?
Man.
Really, how many people can say I'm part of 2 iconic Christmas movies? Macaulay Culkin, because he did Butts.
Well,
again,
but
same thing.
That's the same franchise, though. Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah, and Tim Allen with the Santa Claus movie.
So think about that,
Which Disney Plus has got a Santa Claus, series. I don't know if that's out this year or not. That's got to be out this year.
I'm super excited about Mighty Ducks season 2.
I haven't watched season 1 yet. I
It's
need
good.
to, huh?
I
Alright.
think it's better. Yeah, but it's
Saved
good.
by the Bell got canceled after 2 seasons, the reboot. I
It's-
didn't hate it.
It's
I enjoyed it.
it's all right. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's not right.
That's awesome.
Um,
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the Saved by the Bell reboot.
I remember you telling that, and I got to
Yeah.
see one episode and didn't get a chance to see the.
I definitely enjoyed the ones with the cameos from the original cast much better. I mean, I
Sure.
think they could have
Right.
done with more of
It
that.
makes sense.
But
It makes sense. But
all
yeah,
right,
Anyway,
chocolate cherry, yes. The other one,
I would say the other one, yes, in the sense of, but I wouldn't go out and buy that one again. I'd buy this
Right.
one if
Okay.
I made it. But
I agree.
if you're a cereal company and you're watching, if you work for a cereal company and you're watching this,
I'm sure they're
you
watching.
you need Cousin Ryan to make your mashups, because your mashup last year was, I mean, I don't want to call it a travesty,
Yeah.
but I want to call it a travesty. This was actually good,
You know,
and this was really good.
as I'm looking across the room over there at the Ghostbuster cereal box,
Do we have to talk about?
we do, because
Okay.
it's General Mills' misstep. They've screwed up several things
that was
so
bad.
far. By the way,
That was bad.
we talked about this in a previous cereal review.
Mhm.
I found a picture of a box of Cookie Crisp, like an OG box when the box was brown, with the Cookie Crook and the cop and the dog, and yeah, that's a well-trained dog. That was, remember the Ralston made the original Cookie Crisp as well. See, and I think
was it
General Mills. Yeah.
They ate him up.
Ah, it's a bummer.
Do you remember the end of TV shows with the dog?
Sit, boo boo, sit.
Yes.
Good dog. And the dog didn't even move,
yeah.
man. It was a still.
Oh
yeah,
man!
yeah.
I saw a
What was
commercial
that
the other
on?
day.
Sit, boo boo, sit.
It was Sit.
Good dog.
This one here was Sit Ubu, because it was like Ubu Productions or something. So
It was
UB.
Ubu?
Sit Ubu Sit.
No.
Ruff, ruff, good dog. Yeah.
Ubu. I have.
You guys got to go on
under
YouTube
the
and you can
assumption-
watch the end of that. That was all about
Oh, sit, Ubu, sit. Oh,
good
Ubu.
dog.
Okay.
Ruff, ruff. No, it would do the. the
Dang,
bark.
I have said boo boo my entire life.
It's okay.
It's
I've
not,
said,
though.
I
I-
said all sorts of things, I'm sure.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we tried that.
I am too, and I
That
appreciate
was-
you making it, because it
well,
was
you
it was
know.
worth it.
We were out of Halloween cereals to review this year, so we had to do something different.
Right.
Halloween's just in a few days.
I'm stoked for it.
I'm pretty excited
I'm
as
stoked
well.
for it.
Yeah.
Candy.
I might hand
popcorn.
out candy and then drive by your house in the Ecto.
Please, you can come help me. I'm handing out, and with a group from our church, we're handing out popcorn and apple cider. We're not handing out the apple cider. We are handing out the apple cider, but it'll be
Like
like
in
in a cup.
cups?
Yeah, it'll be in
Okay.
your hand. And then
Go like
obviously
this?
candy, and we get good candy. And I mean, we usually
What
get
do
some
you-
pretty decent.
What do you
candy.
classify as good candy?
This is rough. I classify good candy as like more on the chocolatey side.
Me too.
Yeah.
Or Haribo gummy bears, the little mini packs.
There's some people in our neighborhood. Now, this was pre-COVID, maybe not now, but I think they still do. They were handing out like the full candy bars at
That's
the house,
awesome.
which was really nice.
Walmart's got a pretty good deal on boxes of whole candy bars. Yeah.
So,
I bought bags of, I think it was a mix. One of them was a mix of like Reese's peanut butter cups, Kit Kat,
yep, Twix,
Almond Joy.
yep, and Snickers, right? That's usually the
Yeah,
ones that
and
are...
then a box of, or excuse me, a bag of
And if we talk...
Haribo gummy bears, and I forget what
Dude,
else.
that's actually the money box.
Yeah.
Because there's one... We've had some homes on our street, and I get it, have done like the toothbrushes, dental floss, that
Dude,
type
come
of like
on.
apples
They
kind of
deserve-
stuff.
deserve
just
to have
like-
their windows
Yeah,
soaked.
I'm just
for
like,
that
I'm
one.
just not, you know.
Oh, and then speaking of, I said box because I had this. I bought a box of little mini packs of Fruit Loops. You know, like, because Fruit Loops
Yeah.
are a great dry
Oh, yeah.
snack. Yeah. So, I don't know how many trick or treaters we're gonna get. It just depends.
It depends on the year. I
You
hope
know.
we get a lot.
Because we decorate a little bit
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope the kids are ready.
more in years past than this year, but
This year was pretty good though compared to last
we'll
year.
have to. We should make a video.
You should. We should.
We should.
We should.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah,
tonight,
because
too.
Christmas is coming too, and
That's right.
wait,
Can-
just wait.
Oh, I'll ask you in the camera. No, we might as well have this conversation now.
Yeah, done.
All right.
Done. Dude,
Can you come back one night before
Halloween?
Halloween? Okay.
I'm sure we can.
Because we had a lot of wind the other day, and my tombstones blew over, and I haven't put them back up yet. So that's the only reason I don't want to film that.
Totally. You remember
Yeah.
this commercial?
You know what else
do you
is
want
weird?
on your tombstone?
Tombstone pizza.
Pepperoni and sausage. Tombstone pizza beer. For the firing squad. Napkin? No.
I was just thinking when we'll post this, because this will be a Saturday morning.
Yeah, before Halloween.
If you've made it this far, this is actually Monday night, a week from Halloween. But I figure if you've watched this far, you deserve to know the truth. And if you've already shut us off, well then
you
missed
want the
out.
truth. You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh,
All
Jack
right.
Nicholson. That guy.
Is that enough for this one? I think
enough.
it is. We've rambled on
Because
quite
8
a
is
bit.
enough to fill our lives with love.
That's right. Until next time, don't stop chasing your nostalgia.
You filthy animals.
Some other trivia.
Yeah, I love trivia.
Our pumpkin back here that's
Yeah.
flaming.
Yeah.
This will be the last video with that pumpkin.
R.I.P.
Seriously, you hear that? You hear the hum?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It picks it up so loud on the camera.
Really?
Yeah. But it's so cool looking,
It is
though.
cool.
That's why I'm like, you guys are going to have to suffer through with it, because...
I wonder if we should just turn it off, though, for the sake of our 12 fans. I mean, we have more subscribers, but our 12 viewers.
Yeah.
Well, should we just talk louder?
I think we should just talk
Let's
louder.
do that. I
Yeah,
agree.
or we'll just pretend like it's not even
I agree.
there.
Wait,
All right.
what's there?
Wait, what?
I got you.
Ah,
I got
okay.
you.
You know what? I got this shirt yesterday when we served.
It looks good, though.
Thanks.
You haven't
But
washed it yet,
I haven't
though?
washed it yet, so it fits
I-
funny.
yeah,
like
I hear
it.
it.
Ah.
I hear you.
But it's a fall. It's a pumpkin spice color. You know,
Oh, right.
that was the reason for it. It's just seasonal.
Right. Did you, when you gave it to the person, they gave it to you, did you say thanks a latte? Because it would have.
No,
You
we
really
actually
got an opportunity.
they didn't give it to me though. I had to buy it
Oh, wow.
because it was to generate
sense.
money for
Makes sense,
Serve
yeah.
Day. Yeah.
It really does, man.
Dude,
Heck yeah. All right. You ready?
That's
You
all.
ready already? Already? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna start off with this one. So here we go.
Does this not make you want like a cheeseburger Happy Meal right now? Christine told
So
me an
until
incredible dad joke today.
Let's hear it.
What was it? I wrote it down. It's like what do fleas and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
Oh.
They're both parasites.
Makes sense.
Hey, how's Ryder?
Good. Good.
You know, say it's cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, say he bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real dope bar. Some them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom! Hey.